For my presentation, it is with great excitement and honor to interview my dad, Richard. My dad joined the Marines when he turned 17. He served as a combat engineer for 6 years, and he was deployed during those years to the Gulf War. The years my dad spent in the military shaped him. He is honorable, courageous, trustworthy, and dedicated. Throughout these years in the Marines, my dad handled loud firearms, tanks, and grenades, but he only wore hearing protection some of the time. And unfortunately, this was normal for soldiers. After being honorably discharged, my dad served in the Air National Guard for 7 more years. He was a mechanic and worked on C-130 jets. One aircraft on the ground when starting an engine is around 92 decibels. However, there were often 4 starting at a time. This increases the decibels to more than 92. Due to the intensity of the sound, and because they talk to the pilots, the mechanics like my dad wore headphones like these. When my father was in his early 20s, during his Marine years, he went to practice scuba diving with fellow Marines. Unfortunately, he perforated his eardrum. At the time, all he noticed was a problem balancing, so he went to the Naval Hospital. The doctors there told him he perforated his left eardrum and may develop hearing loss. At the top right, you will see an image of a healthy eardrum, and directly below is an example of a perforated eardrum. Years later, he noticed hearing loss in his left ear, but it wasn't until I started attending Worcester State that he was convinced to see an audiologist. His audiologist diagnosed him with moderate conductive hearing loss in his left ear and sensorineural hearing loss in his right ear. Sensorineural hearing loss is the most common type of hearing loss amongst Marines due to the loud sounds they are surrounded with. My dad decided to get hearing aids because I learned how much not treating one's hearing loss can affect one's cognition. I've learned from my classes at Worcester State that 40% of people with dementia also have hearing loss. Thus, to increase his hearing, and in an attempt to prevent negative effects of hearing loss, he proceeded with hearing devices. Initially, the audiologist told him about a surgery he could get that would treat the conductive hearing loss through bone conduction. However, he opted for hearing aids. Every year, he goes to the audiologist for a new hearing test. They reevaluate and adjust his hearing aids, and then every 5 years, he can get a new set. He uses receiver in canal or RIC hearing aids, which luckily insurance pays for. My dad's hearing aids are tiny and barely noticeable. He started wearing them while I was away at school, and when I came home, I didn't even notice them. In fact, he pointed them out and was like, "Notice anything different?" He says he really likes his hearing aids. They connect to his car and have Bluetooth, and they give him a better quality of life. He likes to use the app they connect to. It is customizable to the environment he is in, where the sound is coming from, and equalizing sound. While I was interviewing him, he actually took out his hearing aids to show me what they looked like, and he was like, "Wait, all of a sudden I can't hear you. Seriously, are you pranking me?" Then he realized the audio was going straight to his hearing aids. When I asked my dad about being hard of hearing and how it affects his life, unfortunately, he commented about how much my family and I bug him about not hearing us. From my perspective, whenever we're having a conversation, he's not paying attention. But from his perspective, he doesn't even realize we're having a conversation. Despite these challenges, my dad reported that he has never faced discrimination for having hearing loss or wearing hearing aids. He works from home, and when I asked him about using a computer for meetings, he said it's easier than a conference room because the volume is right in front of him and he can turn it up. Also, he said that his coworkers know him well, so when he is in his office, they speak directly to him. He commented about reading lips. He noticed recently that he can identify certain words by lip reading, and thought it was cool. Next, he mentioned that when we go to concerts or church, the drum beats are too loud, so he'll take his hearing aids out. During this interview with my dad, he recognized how important using hearing protection is. We often go to the gun range, NASCAR races, work outside, or use loud equipment, and he is mindful to take necessary precautions.